it's the week of my birthday. I think this fits quite nicely. Discipline beats motivation. I've heard this time and time again. Or more like I repeated this to myself. But obviously constant repetition of a phrase doesn't mean you'll suddenly have a big epiphany and have a change in your life. Or maybe I was just looking for some phrase to completely turn my life over, like how some of those stories did for those people, like those Reddit stories. Not to say it's not possible for those to happen at all, but it's precisely because of that makes this so taunting and draining. Thinking that, hey, when will my life finally turn around, kind of thing. But this is discipline we're talking about here. Of course it doesn't work like that. I know all of us struggle with our self-discipline, but if you do, then I have my respect for you. It's difficult to do the thing we don't want to do because one, it's insanely difficult to tell ourselves off, to do what we're supposed to do. And two, it's only easy when someone else tells us because we aren't them and we don't know what the hell they want. That, and a series of events just leading us to wanting validation. Having self-discipline is breaking out of bad habits like procrastinating, and it's okay to procrastinate, but like every other thing, do it too long and you witness your own demise. I've done it time and time again, but not for school. I have discipline when it comes to school stuff, but for my personal stuff, that barely happens anymore. It's seriously not because I'm lazy anymore. I know I have the mind to push myself to do it, but it's another kind of habit to break yourself out of the one that you found an unhealthy comfort in. Lying down on my bed the whole day is simple and nice, but my personal projects come up and they pile up. But Yidge, my head, says, it's okay, you can do it tomorrow. And I never do. Before I knew it, a year went by. And every week, I kept breaking down over not being able to do anything. Just get up, they say. Ugh. To be honest, I wish I had an answer for this question. The straightforward answer would be probably therapy, but come on now, I live in a place where everything is so expensive. Plus, I wouldn't even know if the therapist I get would actually help me. If anything, I'm gambling for a privilege that might not even benefit me at all. So, I do substance abuse. Sorry, just kidding, I don't. I technically do, I guess, and that substance is video games. Better than actually doing substance abuse, in my opinion. I drown myself with them and life's going pretty swell. And then I break down over doing nothing again. God, you know, the more that happened, the more pissed off I got with myself. Yeah, because all of the reasons you could think of. The notion of breaking down because of that, the fact that I didn't do anything, and somehow both combined, but in slightly different wording. I don't know. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you. But getting back to the point of this, once you fall into the hole of not doing anything because of your mental illness, let me rephrase. Untreated mental illness, it will be insanely difficult for you to get yourself back up again. Especially if you weren't used to asking for help. Especially if you were used to staying so silent. And especially if you always had to go through things by yourself because of the first two. Your own recovery ends up being your own burden to bear. And it's somehow even heavier than carrying your own tragic thoughts, your tragic beliefs and attitudes. That's what annoyed me and pissed me off so much. You know, it's funny how for someone who almost lost all of their motivation, this is the one thing that I genuinely get pissed off at. I was pissed off because I was a very ambitious kid. This shit in my head kept holding me back. I was pissed off because I know I can do the stuff I aspire to achieve. I just kept holding myself back. And yet, woe is me. I cry even though I've done nothing. In other people's eyes, anyway. To those that were in my situation, or is, it's the same reason that our parents always saw us as lazy. We were just stoning in the meantime, when really we're just throwing hands with ourselves in our heads. It's stupid, and yet so sensical. The thing is, only a few people would understand this. It's so difficult for others to read between the lines these days. It's like a different kind of illiterate. It's annoying. Ooh, actually, what if I just insulted the ignorant to be illiterate? I realize that it gets those people riled up very easily. It'd be funny to imagine their reactions just by being called the illiterate. Though, I mean, I do realize that it can also be like a genuine derogatory word for other groups of people, and for that, I sincerely apologize. But I am not sorry for these kinds of illiterate people, though. If anything, human emotion is one of the easiest language to understand, so I really don't get what's their deal. But I digress. Back to the topic. So, the way I see it, the only way to change your current habits is just to surround yourself in a completely different environment where you don't associate it with anything bad. Or any bad event that have happened in your life has happened. I can't English. It's like writing on a fresh sheet of paper, where you can write everything on that paper again instead of reusing the same scuff-looking one with coffee stains or any kind of food stain or any pencil marks that you cannot erase, and it's just there forever, to the point that you'll whenever you write on it, whenever you try to write something on it, it'll end up making whatever it is on it look completely incomprehensible, because no one can read it except only probably you. And also, if you have inner voices that keep telling you all these derogatory things, my advice is just befriend them. It worked for me. You know how there's a saying that goes like, keep your enemies close. Wait, no. That's not how it goes. I mean, how did it go? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Yeah, it's that. It is, that. If you're asking how to befriend yourself, well, I just said it. Befriend yourself, pretty much, because they're a part of you. They're technically you, and also technically not you. It's like living with it. Like, one of the best advices I've heard is just to live with your inner demons, I guess, and to somewhat make an advantage of them instead of letting it completely ruin your life. So, yeah. To those looking for genuine advice on this, however, I sincerely apologize, but I have no idea either. If you want advice, just go to like a therapist or something. The only idea that I have, the only kind of advice that I have is to go to a place where you don't associate anything bad with it. But I mean, if you guys have any more ideas how to further instill this, or whatever you learned from instilling discipline or something, instilling self-discipline, I mean, do comment down below. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us as well, would love to hear whatever you guys have to say. Especially considering the fact that we live in a world where everything is so digitalized, and as a result, our habits, our attitudes pretty much just dwindle because nowadays we're just so confined within the comfort of our own homes. We're in comfort. Why should we move? Why should we move at this point? I mean, sure, there's like the virus that's literally confining us to our own homes, but yeah, that's not my point, all right? I don't want to focus on the virus thing. That's not the point here. Well, kind of. I mean, it kind of does affect, but it's not It's not really what I'm talking about, capiche? But now, just honestly to lengthen this episode, I do kind of want to talk about something. I do get that, like, 18 and 21, like, turning 18 and turning 21 is, like, the big boy ages, because it's supposed to transition you from being a child to being an adult now. Honestly, considering the livelihoods of adults, I don't even know why we should celebrate it at this point. I mean, I guess that's fair to, like, at the very least, it's something, like, more lighthearted, to prepare you for the shithole that is adulthood. But, I'll be honest, I don't really see the big point. I guess 18 is for me because I'm turning 18 this coming week, and it's on the 18th. How fun. 18 on 18. That is fun. But the thing is, people are making it a horrendously big deal, except the person themselves, and I don't even know. Should I feel bad? I mean, it's weird to feel bad, because I just want to treat it as, like, a normal birthday. I really don't see what's the big deal. Like, oh, okay, whatever happens in a day happens. Even if I'm just, sitting in my house all day playing Honkai and Genshin and maybe some Minecraft, I guess I'm fine with that. Some food, maybe, but yeah, that's it. Heck, it's even on a school day, too. Why would you celebrate it on a school? I mean, okay, fine, I guess, but, like, still, it's not the first time that it's been celebrated on school day. Although I think I only have, like, a kind of a bad impression of my birthday because, like, because I won't lie to you guys, how do I even say this? A good amount of bad stuff. Yes, a good amount of bad stuff has happened on my birthday, and I do not have pleasant memories with it. However, the only pleasant thing that I associate with my birthday is the fact that my birthday is absolutely sexy. I'm not ashamed to admit this. I find my birthday to be chef's kiss, one of the sexiest birthdays ever. Holy crap, you cannot beat my birth date on this. Okay, as for 21, I guess it also depends on other countries too, because the drinking age is, like, some countries, the drinking age is at 21, some countries, the drinking age is at 18, and the country that I'm living in right now, I'm pretty sure the legal drinking age is 18, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too interested in drinking alcohol anyways. But, yeah, it's just mainly those two ages. I don't know why it's those two ages specifically. It's just like that. It's just weird. But, okay. So, I guess I'm not gonna comment anything on, 21. Yet. I mean, obviously, until, like, 3 years later, but, no, it's not exactly 3 years later. It won't be... I actually will talk about it soon, but after that, you will not hear anything about it, maybe, for the next 3 years. So, yeah, I guess that is all. I did kind of expect this to be long, but it ended up not being long. But, honestly, on the day itself, this week and the next few that's gonna come by, we will see how it goes. Or more like, I will see how it goes. Manifesting that it doesn't go too badly. Not like last time. The last few times. Okay, adieu, and I hope you guys have a nice day. I do not say this at the endings of my episodes. Wow, this is new. I mean, at this point, saying goodbye is not a J thing. I should say that more often. Alright, I will see you guys when I see you guys, alright?